All right, let's jump straight into this deep dive. We've got some really interesting material today looking at Bitcoin's recent price action.
Yeah, specifically drawing from a piece called Bitcoin Ascends, Corporate and Institutional Adoption Fuels Price Surge.
Exactly. And our goal here really is to unpack the main points from that source, give you a clear, quick picture of what's driving this momentum, according to them.
Right, cut through the noise a bit. So, first off, the price itself. The source highlights it's climbed back significantly.
Yeah, it mentions that $110,000 to $112,000 range, definitely a headline number.
For sure. And the source argues it's not just, retail excitement this time. It really points towards sustained corporate and institutional interest as the main engine.
Okay, so the bigger players.
Yeah.
What kinds of institutional interests were we talking about, according to the source? Like, how is that showing up?
Well, it zeroes in on two main things. First, significant inflows into Bitcoin ETFs, the exchange-traded funds.
Making it easier for traditional investors to get involved.
Precisely. And second, it mentions corporate treasury purchases. So companies actually buying Bitcoin and holding it on their balance sheets.
Right, holding it as a company asset. That feels,
Yeah.
well, different from just speculation, doesn't it? The source implies that.
It does seem to imply that, yeah, like it signals maybe a deeper integration, maybe a longer-term view from these entities.
Interesting. Does the source name names? Any specific companies driving this?
It does give a couple of examples. GameStop is mentioned, and also American Bitcoin.
American Bitcoin.
Yeah, and the source explicitly notes, and we're just relaying what's in the material here, that American Bitcoin is backed by the Trump family.
Okay, so just presenting that fact as stated in the source, it shows a range then from like meme stocks to politically connected entities potentially.
Exactly. The source connects both to this broader trend of adoption.
Got it. So we have the institutional side, ETFs, treasuries, specific company examples. What else is feeding this, according to the source?
Well, it also shifts focus to social media sentiment, and the picture there is described as highly bullish.
Highly bullish. Is there like a number attached to that, a specific metric?
Yep. It cites a 2.12 positive to negative comment ratio found in social media discussions.
2.12.
Okay.
And does the source put that in context? Is that high, low, average?
It's high. Actually, the source makes a point of saying this is the highest that ratio has been since November 6th, 2024.
November 6th, 2024. Why is that date significant, according to this analysis?
Well, the source draws a direct line. It points out that date was right after Trump's election win, and it was also around the time Bitcoin first broke past $70,000.
Okay. So the source is suggesting a parallel. High sentiment now, mirroring a previous high sentiment period that coincided with a major price move and a specific political event.
That seems to be the connection the source is making, yes. Presenting it as, perhaps something noteworthy.
Interesting framing. Okay, so just to quickly recap the key points from the source material. Bitcoin's price is up, around 110K, 112K.
Driven, the source says, by corporates and institutions think ETF inflows, treasury holdings.
Right, with specific mentions like GameStop and American Bitcoin, which the source notes has Trump family backing.
And layered on top of that, you've got this highly bullish social media sentiment, that 2.12 ratio.
The highest since that November 6th, 2024 date, which the source links to the post-election $70 a break.
Those are pretty much the core components outlined in the material, yeah.
So here's a final thought, just based purely on how the source pieces this together for you, the listener. You have this peak social sentiment hitting a multi-month high, happening at the same time, according to the source, as this described corporate interests and these specific examples, including one with political ties.
Right.
What is that combination of factors, the social buzz and the specific types of corporate political adjacent interest hitting concurrently, as presented by the source? What might that suggest to you about this particular moment, this phase in the market? Something to chew on after this deep dive.